and welcome to the Sisters of the Shire Podcast. I'm Abby.
And I'm Ashley.
Our podcast is all about talking about our love of Tolkien stories and maybe introducing or helping you through some that you might have missed.
This season, we are covering the Unfinished Tales, Tolkien's extended versions / alternate universe / deleted scenes of a lot of the scenes from the Silmarillion, plus some bonus content that didn't quite work with the Silmarillion narrative flow, like our story today, actually.
So whether you've read every book cover to cover, or you're just here because you're curious about Tolkien's other works or had a hard time reading them, all are welcome.
Now let's dive into the Unfinished Tales. Woo-hoo!
Let's go. Are you laughing at me?
I was laughing a little bit. I just have to say, I really wish I had record earlier because literally it was like 5, 4, no trumpets, Oakley, like right before we started. And if that's not the podcasting mom life, I don't know what is. I mean,
no, my older son is really into magic tricks
oh,
right
it's
now.
Fox.
So he's like, it's Fox. And so he's been doing like pulling things out of a hat, kind of like Mary Poppins bag style, where it doesn't look like it could fit something, but then he pulls out something really big and he's like, and now I can hear him in the other room going, and now I'll pull out a trumpet. And I'm like, no trumpet! Because we have an actual trumpet that he plays. So I'm like, no.
Oh my gosh. I love that
Not the
so much. It's
not
hilarious.
the time for a trumpet right now.
How
are
a
you?
moment of peace. I'm good. I
Enjoying
don't
your
know
life
actually
without
how.
a trumpet in the background, like me?
Yeah, it's really weird. So Lizzie is a very weird combination of both me and Nate. Nate is one of those like restless people, has to be, out of bed and doing stuff. And then me, I'm like a slug and I have to stay in the bed as long as possible. And then I like have to like force myself to like go out and do things. Um, I will eventually, but So yesterday, Lizzie was like kind of saying she was sick, but she happened to say that right around chore time, which is so funny how that happened.
The fevers, Mom. They're coming. I can tell.
So I was like, okay, I'll give you like another hour because we were playing video games, and she fell asleep, which she never like. Taking a nap isn't really like an 8-year-old's thing to do. So I'm like, oh, she really be sick.
Yeah.
So
Fun.
yeah. So she took like a 2-hour nap, woke up, and then right around like an early like 7, she fell asleep again for like 4 hours and then woke up at 2 in the morning. And then so
Oh no.
apparently she just needed a weird
Oh
recharge.
no.
But the bad thing is that I was still awake because I was playing said video game. So
There's like those TikTok trends that are like, hey, so my kid fell asleep at like 2 p.m. today. So when do you guys think the fevers are gonna start? Like, what's your guess? What's your guess this is gonna
yes.
be?
Yes. Well, it's weird because she says she is hot, but then I touch her and she is freaking hot. But I'm like, but if you have a fever, you're supposed to be cold and feel hot. So she's like defying the laws, apparently.
Oh, she's special. She's different. She's built different.
She is. She is. So we just had a kind of a lazy day yesterday where we just played video games in bed.
Hey, it's all good. I wish I could have done that. I had to work all day.
I'm sorry. I hope you sold lots of art supplies to people who needed it.
I did. My favorite though is people have been coming in and like, I need this for this. And I'm like, huh, I've never thought about using something like that. Like they come in and they're like, I need this. I'm like, oh, are you using it for like this lady's like, I need a small paintbrush. I'm like, oh, do you need it for watercolor or oil paint or acrylic? Because those are different types of brushes and blah blah. She's like, no. And I'm like, okay. Like those are my only options. I was just like, it's for dusting my succulents. I'm like, oh. Well, I was like, I huh.
Have
I
you
was
heard of
like, I
this
don't
place called the Walmart?
yeah, but I was like, we found her brush, she was really stoked on, but I was like, I don't have that in my, like, brain file system of, like, what would be good for plants and brush style, I don't know. So, they could like to keep me on my toes. But, my favorite was this woman came in. I ha I I don't remember if I've told this story on here or not, but she came in and she's, like, this older woman, like, very poster child, sweet grandma, like, probably in her 70s, like, curly, permed white hair, like, a very comforting, like, vibe to her, very sweet and sweater and, all that stuff, and she was like, "Do you have, acrylic paint markers?" I was like, "Yeah, I do," and so I was, like, showing them to her, and she's like, "I need a good, red color, like a bright but deep red." I'm like, "Okay." So I, like, was she's like I showed them to her, and she's like, "I use this for, my figurines," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool," and she's like, "Yeah, I go to Goodwills and thrift stores, and I buy angel figurines, and I paint them black, and I paint their eyes red." And I'm like, "Oh." I was like "Oh, okay." Like,
What?
I know.
I'm sorry, what?
I know. I know, and I, like, look at my coworker, and she's, like, standing a little bit away, and she just has these, like, big eyes, like, "Huh?" It was so funny. She was like,
Oh,
"Thank you, dearie. Thank you for helping me." And she, like, goes on, I'm like, "Oh."
may the demons be with you.
Yeah. I know. Uh, so that just goes to show you cannot judge a book by its cover. You never know. Yeah.
I'll be processing that one for a while. I have so many
Uh,
questions for Gladys.
I know. I know. It was pretty good. Haven't seen her in a while, but I was like, "Huh,
Oh my gosh, because
alright."
the demons got her.
The demons got her. Her baby angel figurines finally got her.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh, that is hilarious. Well, I guess suppose
anyway,
we could
speaking of
talk about,
books.
yeah, speaking of books, yeah. How much do you remember of, where we left, Aldarion and Erendis?
It's been a while
Yes.
because Ashley came and saw me a few days
I
ago.
guess
She
I
came and
did.
visited.
Yes, husby's out of
It was
town, gotta paint the color the paint you
town
paint the
town
town?
red,
I
paint the
can
town
talk.
red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well as my angel figurines, apparently.
To paint the town red like those angel figurines' eyes.
Yes.
Let's see, what do I remember?
Do you want me to give you a starting point?
Um, oh, wasn't it like she was really, like, on the fence about actually marrying him, and then he did something really sweet to her, and she's like, "Okay, I guess I'll marry you." And then they were I thought that they were talking on the mountain you weren't supposed to talk on, but I guess they weren't. But they were near the mountain you weren't supposed to talk on. But they were
Yes.
talking and they fell in love,
He kissed
I
her on the
guess.
eyes, and that was it for Erendis.
Oh, you know, and then she, um, what's the word? He, I guess, no, no, the sea kept being like, calling to him, like, "You should come
Yes.
back," and she's like,
Yes.
"Not my man," and she was mad about that.
Mhm. Well, uh, excellent play-by-play. The only things you missed were, that Erendis turned the diamond that he gave her a long time ago into a headdress of sorts.
Oh,
That would be
yeah.
a, like, ongoing tradition for the Numenorian royalty. Um, and when Aldarion feels the sea call, he doesn't tell Erendis. She can just tell something's up, and she kind of like, "Oh, it's that look again." That means that he, wants to go back to the sea. But they haven't had, like, a
Ah.
full-on talk yet.
Oh, communication's so important in a relationship, you
It
know?
really is. And we're gonna learn a lot about communication this episode because time goes on and Aldarion is fighting the good fight within himself. He doesn't want to talk about the wedding, which is concerning, but he also doesn't want to talk about the sea, despite the fact that he has mainly been spending time with his bros in of the Guild of Ravenna, or the guild in
Not his
Ravenna, sorry.
bros. Not his
Yes.
bros that are like, "Oh, man, you left us for a girl. Come," you like,
Mhm.
very frat house, like,
Yes. Yeah. So more time passes this way. So many Daddy Meneldor steps in. Quote, the king called him to his chamber, and they were at ease together, and the love they bore one another was no longer clouded. They're getting along for once. Aldarion is finally engaged. He isn't leaving for Middle Earth constantly. Things between father and son are great. But Meneldor does want those grandbabies, so he talks to Aldarion, saying, quote, my son, when will you give me the daughter that I have so long desired? More than 3 years have now passed, and that is long enough. I marvel that you could endure so long a delay.
oh, it's come on, man, get it together.
Why
Get
won't
it
you
together,
get
man.
married?
Get it
Why,
together.
why? I want those
Can he
grandbabies.
can he do the thing from, Harry Potter's like, "Pull yourself together,
Self
man."
together, men.
You got to have your
Quote,
wits about ya.
that's my favorite Filch line. Um,
Yeah.
Quote, then Aldarion was silent, but at length he said, it has come upon me again, Atarinya.
Oh.
18 years is a long fast. I can scarce lie still in a bed or hold myself upon a horse, and the hard ground of stone wounds my feet.
Oh my goodness. Drama queen.
I was like, I literally had that question. Do we think he's being a bit dramatic, or are we actually feeling sad for Aldarion here?
I just want his dad just, like, kind of, like, staring at him like, "Really?" Like, "Really?
It hurts your feet.
What?
Mhm.
Okay."
But that's what we wanna do as the reader because Aldarion is being annoying, but Daddy Meneldor is a good dad, and he loves his son very much, and he's very sad to hear this news, and he does pity him. He may not understand Aldarion's passion/addiction, but he can see that his son is going through some difficult things, and as a parent, that is hard to watch. So he says to his son, quote, alas, but you are betrothed, and by the laws of Numenor and the right ways of the Eldar and Edain, a man shall not have two wives. You cannot wed the sea, for you are affianced to Erendis.
I love that. "Sorry, bro. You can't wed the sea."
Mm-hmm. So
Uh,
kind of goes
that's
into
funny.
the like a man can't serve two masters kind of thing, and it's a valid point. Like,
You can't give your 100% love to, 2 things fully, you know? Like, you can
right.
say you, will, but some things fall by the wayside or get neglected, and it doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, what do you think Aldarion is going to say to that? What's his reaction? What's his go-to here?
"But father, you don't understand."
uh, so you went whiny. Aldarion actually goes angry because his words sound an awful
Oh,
like what
yeah.
Erendis had said to him that one time. And obviously, that must mean they are in cahoots together, which Aldarion will not stand for. Yeah.
Do you think
Quote,
he's
it
like,
was
"I knew it. You're both gonna sabotage me."
It's like the, Anakin thing, "You, like, conspired against me," or whatever he says
Yeah.
there when he
Yeah.
quote, "It was
You
ever
and
his mood."
Obi-Wan.
If he thought that others combined to urge him on some path of their choosing to turn away from it. So, has to be his idea. If they,
We
like,
all
join up
know
ag
people like that, right?
yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
you know the best thing for them, but if you try to suggest it, they're like, "Oh, n no, I'm gonna do
Nope,
the
nope.
opposite, or I'm not gonna listen to you." But
Yeah.
if they come up with the exact same idea on their own, they're like, "This is the best idea. Like, I'm so smart."
Uh-huh.
And you're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you got there in the end. That's all I wanted."
Yeah, yeah. So Aldarion tries to justify himself, saying, quote, "Smiths may smithy, and horsemen ride, and miners delve when they are betrothed. Therefore, why may not mariners sail?" Like, what's
No,
the
I mean,
difference, Daddy?
he's got a point,
But
except
Daddy,
blacksmiths don't leave their families for, like, 7 years at a time.
you and Daddy
Right,
Menador have
right.
the same train of thought. Quote, "If Smiths remained 5 years at the anvil, few would be Smiths' wives. And mariners' wives are few, and they endure what they must, for such is their livelihood and their necessity." Like, it's one thing to have, like, a livelihood where, like, your life, your, family depends on this work. This Your sailing is kind of a hobby. Like,
Yeah, yeah. But I love how he's like, what does he say? Like, if that person did that for that long, they wouldn't be married actually. Like,
yeah,
their wives would not actually stand for that,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. And, you know, Errol Darion's livelihood and hobbies should be regarding preparing to be king. Like, how is he going to be able to serve his people if he's not even knowing his people? Like Erendis says, like, if you don't know this land and know this people, how are you going to be a king?
And people I personally feel that, in the stories of of kingdoms, like kings ruling over things, that everything goes more smoothly when the people feel like they know who their king is, right?
Right.
The
Yeah.
the people enjoy being ruled by a king if they're like, "Oh, I know this guy. He knows us. He communicates on our level. He understands us," instead of like, "Who's this guy? I've never seen this guy before ever." And then they're
Right.
kind of like, "Why do I have to listen to this guy?" Or, it's not the most smoothest of um monarchies, I would say. But
Right.
uh Aldarion's just he's hyper
Yeah.
focused, as one would say in the in the uh
The
what is it?
ADHD world.
ADHD world. But I gotta say, for if you're talking the ADHD mentality of it, he's stuck with this hobby for a long time.
It's very true. So maybe a bit of a tism then, or you kinda get
Yeah, yeah. It's like, "Wait, what?
yeah.
My choices affect other people? Nah, nah,
Nah.
I don't wanna think about that."
Yeah. And it's almost as if Aldarion is hearing us say this because he responds, quote, "There are other needs than livelihood that drive a man, and there are yet many years to spare." Like, must be nice, Aldarion, to have years to spare and to have time and resources for something other than just a livelihood to be able to survive. Must be
Yeah.
nice. Got this like money to spend, like trust fund baby or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Nepo baby.
So Daddy Meneldor tries his best to get his son to see reason as he says, quote, "Nay, nay, you take your grace, like your long life, for granted. Erendis has shorter hope than you, and her years wane swifter. She is not of the line of Elros, and she has loved you now many years." Yeah,
She has been so patient.
she has been so patient. What about her, Aldarion? Like, she doesn't have these years to spare. Think
You're
about
being a
someone else
jerk.
for once. Yes.
You're being a real jerk right now.
Well, Aldarion becomes even more of a jerk as this conversation goes on, as he replies, quote, "She held back well nigh 12 years when I was eager. I do not
Oh,
ask for a third of such time."
oh, oh no. I'm sorry. If my fiance was like, she'll be fine. I I won't be gone as long as before, but she'll be fine. She's done it before.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
He does
oh,
not deserve her.
bye.
She was willing to wait for me for 12 years. I'm sure she'd be fine with another 4. She'll love it. It's fine. She'll get herself a
Bye.
nice hobby. Like, she'll totally understand. So, Daddy Meneldor again tries the logic. Quote, "She was not then betrothed, but neither of you are now free. And if she held back, I doubt not that it was in fear of what now seems likely to befall, if you cannot master yourself. In some way, you must have stilled that fear, and though you may have spoken no plain word, yet you are beholden, as I judge." Like, you said you wanted to marry her. And now,
It's like,
like, and you like talked her out of this, like, I'm a changed man. I'm changed. I'm totally changed. And now you are flipping the switch, and that's not fair, man.
it's like that scene in Pride and Prejudice where like Lizzie's talking to Jane and she's like, well, didn't he tell you that he liked you? Like about uh Bingley.
Mr. Bingley.
And she's like, "Well, it wasn't really said out loud." Like, oh, that's it's like, "Oh my
Not in so
goodness."
many words.
Yeah, you guys, get it together.
Yeah, yeah. But Aldarion somehow mistakes Menedor's abilities to, I don't know, observe and judge for himself what is going on, and comes to the conclusion that the only reason Menedor has this much insight and awareness of this situation is because, again, he is in cahoots with Erendis. I mean, it's the only logical conclusion.
You guys are going behind my back?
Yes. So Aldarion gets even more mad, and he says to his dad, quote, "It were better to speak with my betrothed myself and not hold parley by proxy."
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then he just leaves. And poor Daddy Mendel, he was only trying to help, he's just trying to
He just
help.
wants his son to be happy somehow, and everything he does is, like,
Yeah.
I guess the wrong thing to do in his Altarion's eyes.
Yeah. So, already on a roll in the Great Conversations department, Aldarion decides this is the best time to go talk to Erendis.
When
And
he's
he tells her,
level-headed, he's
yeah,
calm, he's not emotional at all.
uh-huh. And he tells her, "I want to go voyaging again. I can't sleep or rest. It's all I can think about. I just want to go." Quote, "But she sat pale and silent. At length she said, 'I thought you were come to speak of our
Uh,
wedding.'"
oh no. Oh
I was
no.
excited. I was so excited you want to come talk to me. I was already thinking about what we would talk about regarding our wedding. Oh, you weren't thinking at all about our wedding. You were thinking of leaving me to go voyaging
Again.
again.
Oh no. That's so sad.
So, Daron, you a-hole. How do you think he's going to respond to that? Like, that's a very, like, I hope he recognizes it for what it is. Like,
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
so he
The
says,
poor
quote,
girl.
I know. Quote, "I will. It shall be as soon as I return, if you will wait." But seeing the grief in her face, he was moved, and a thought came to him. "It shall be now. It shall be before this year is done. And then I will fit out such a ship as the Ventures made never yet, a queen's house on the water, and you shall sail with me, Erendis, under the grace of the valor of Yavane and of Rome whom you love. You shall sail to lands where I shall show you such woods as you have never seen, where even now the Eldar sing, or forests wider than Numenor, free and wild since the beginning of days, where still you may hear the great horn of Arome the Lord."
He's trying to sell it. He's selling a big game here. He's trying. He's trying.
He's trying, but, like, what's the one thing Erendis hates? So,
Yeah.
I immediately thought of that scene in Iron Man where he wants to do something nice for Pepper, and he gets her that carton of strawberries, and she's like, "Tony, what is the one thing I am allergic to in this whole entire world?"
Yeah. What am I allergic to? Yeah. Yeah. He's like, "This thought that counts. I knew it was something with strawberries. I knew.
Yeah.
I knew you had something with strawberries."
And, like, why is it only that he remembers that she likes trees? Because that's something that they have in common? Like, "I like trees, you like trees. That's the only thing you like, right?" Like, do you think she wants to sail on the sea for years, Aldarion? Do you even know
I
her?
w
Like
I want him to be like, "We can sail on the sea. You like the sea, right? You said something about the sea, right? Oh, you hate the sea. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. For some reason, I got those wires crossed. I just heard
Uh-huh.
something. I wasn't really listening to you, so, like, I just heard something about blah, 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 the sea, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay, okay."
Yeah. Abby, Arendis
What?
just starts weeping
Oh, no.
at the
Oh,
and she says,
no.
quote, "Nay, Aldarion, I rejoice that the world yet holds such things as you tell of, but I shall never see them, for I do not desire it. To the woods of Numenor my heart is given, and alas, if for love of you I took ship, I should not return. It is beyond my strength to endure, and out of sight of land I should die. The sea hates me, and now it is revenged that I kept you from it, and yet fled from you. Go, my lord, but have pity, and take not so many years as I lost before."
She's letting him go? Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
So I do agree she's a bit dramatic here as well, but also I'm still Team Horrendous. Um, and I can hear the one guy out there that's like, well, how does she know that she would die if she's never tried before? And to that I say, I still want to punch Aldarion in the throat. So,
Or the guy who says, "Well, a guy's gotta have his hobbies. He's gotta have his, like, his escape and his passions. He can't be tied down forever." You know those
mhm.
kinds of,
Yep. Yeah.
really enjoyable people.
Yes. And, I would also like to think that Aldarion knows the woman he has to marry him. And on the same thought, you would think Erendis knows Aldarion too. Like, people don't change what is at the core of them. So while Aldarion is a jerk in the way he does and says most things, I do think Erendis just kind of waiting around for him to change is also not the smartest.
Healthy. It's not healthy
Yeah, not
relationship.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
But I love this word that they use describing, how, Aldarion feels at, Arendis's reply. Aldarion felt abashed.
Oh, no.
Aba as he should be. Like, you feel that shame, embarrassment, sir, because 'cause you're being selfish, and I don't appreciate it. Quote, "For as he had spoken in heedless anger to his father, so now he spoke with love. He did not sail that year, but he had little peace or joy. Out of sight of land she will die. Soon I shall die if I see it longer. Then if we are to spend any years together, I must go alone and go soon." At what point do you
Uh,
just call it? Like, this is clearly not gonna work. Like,
yeah.
I appreciate you, I love you, but this is clearly not gonna work. Um, but
Let's just be
apparently,
friends. Let's
yeah,
just be friends.
Aldarion's no quitter apparently, because he makes the decision to get ready to sail in the spring. And of course, his bros in the guild are pumped. And apparently, everyone else in Numenor didn't know anything about it. They're just kind of like,
Yeah.
going about their lives.
Yeah.
And Arendis was supportive in the only way she could, of course. She did set the bow of Oyolaire herself on Aldarion's ship, and she held back her tears until the ship was out of sight.
Do you think she gave him the silent treatment the whole time? Didn't even look at
How could
him?
you not? How could you not? Um,
Yeah.
or she oh, no, no. What she did, I know exactly what she did. She's like, "I am so happy for you. I'll be fine. It'll be fine." She was, like, almost, like, overcompensating it, like, where you clearly, like,
Where you
she
feel really
doesn't.
uncomfortable. You're like,
Yes,
"Oh, no,
yes,
she's mad." You're like,
yes.
"It's fine.
No.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. Oh, no, you go have fun. I'll be
Yeah.
fine. It's okay."
Yeah.
Uh,
And then in the parentheses, but it was indeed not fine.
yeah.
Um,
She was
so
lying.
yeah. So, he said he wouldn't be gone as long. So how long do you think he was gone?
Well, he said he wouldn't be gone for 12 years this time, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
say 10 years.
He was gone. He said I which not a third or some a quarter as much time. So like I'm thinking he was thinking he'd be gone like 3 or 4 years, right?
Uh-huh.
6 years.
Oh
6
my
years.
gosh.
And when he came home, quote, he found even Almerion, the queen, colder and welcome, and the adventurers were fallen out of esteem, for men thought that he treated Erendis ill.
Oh, no.
So even like the people of Numenor get it, Aldarion. Like, come on, like even your mom, who was always like wrapped around your finger and was like, "Oh, okay, I guess you can go sailing." Even now, she's like, "That was cold, bro." Like,
And he's like, "Hey, guys, how's it going?" And they're just like, silent treatment, they, like, walk away.
mm-hmm,
It's like, "Oh, okay, well,
mm-hmm.
I'll catch you later." Like, he doesn't what if he just doesn't get it? Like, people are like he just doesn't notice that people are mad.
I think that's very plausible. And he has somewhat of a good excuse for being gone longer than he intended because with him being gone so long from his port in Middle Earth, Vignalande, it was wholly ruined. He did his best to fix it, but apparently the seas weren't helping him. He'd fix it and then they would, um, the seas would be rough and, break everything that he fixed. And then the nearby settlements of men started to fear the Numenorians and, started to become openly hostile.
Oh.
Which, if you fear something, you got to be, got to get rid of it, right? So,
Yeah, I guess.
uh, and then, interesting plug here. Quote, and Aldarion heard rumors of some lord in Middle Earth who hated the men of the ships.
Who hates the men of ships?
Some lord in Middle Earth. He knows Gil-galad. He wouldn't call him lord.
I'm lost. Who would that
Ok
be?
okay. So, timeline. Quick segue. So, Aldarion was born in the year 700. We are around the year 869. Did you know that Sauron is simultaneously happening right now? He begins to stir in Middle Earth after Morgoth's defeat around the year 500. So, even before Aldarion is born. In the year 1000, Sauron establishes himself in Mordor and begins building Barad-dûr. 1200, Sauron begins actively corrupting the elves, appearing in the fair form as Anatar. So this is kind of the buildup of Sauron establishing himself. Um,
Okay.
so Aldarion will die in the year 1098, so like just after Sauron establishes himself. So that is the timeline that we are coinciding with in Middle Earth, which is kind of cool to think about. This timeline of Aldarion and Erendis was happening just prior to where the Rings of Power show is. And I know the timelines
Ah.
don't exactly match up, but it's just interesting to think about. Anyways,
Ah.
uh, when he was done dealing with his ruin of a port and the settlement of men who were afraid of him, Aldarion did decide to head home. But the weather and the sea just would not cooperate. Again, I asked what the intentions of the Valar were here. Like, are they like actively like punishing him? Are they teaching him a lesson? Are Are they like, just stay on Middle Earth where you belong? Like, you don't want you on Numenor.
It's
Anyone
like
but
the
you
ocean in
would be better.
Moana.
Yeah.
The ocean in Moana just, like, keeps picking him up and, like, throwing him back on land, and he's like, "No,"
Yeah.
and then he, like, tries to, like, walk out in the sea, and he's like, "No, stick."
Yeah. Because he would start sailing back, but then he would be blown off course to the north towards Mithlond or the Grey Havens. He tries recouping there for a bit, then he tries again, and he gets swept even further north to where there is ice. And it sounds like the freaking Hellcarax kind of ice because he is way up north. Remember what the Hellcarax
Oh,
was? That was what
elves
the
crossed.
elves, yeah, the elves crossed the Hellcarax, and a lot of people died because it was that treacherous. So finally, the sea and the weather start cooperating, and they are able to head back to Numenor. They're just able to see the Tarma in the distance when Aldarion looks down at the bow of Oyalire and sees that it has withered. Yes. This is especially concerning because it has never happened to the bow before. Usually it thrived on the sea air and splash from the water, but the utter cold that they suffered apparently was too much.
Like the
Bad
coldness of
omen?
his heart.
Exactly. So, they finally make it home and Aldarion is anxious to see Erendis. He sees her, but she doesn't like rush out to meet him.
She's like, "Oh, hey,
Yeah.
you're back, I see."
Yeah. Quote, he stood for a while at a loss for words, as was not his wont.
Wow.
Like, he doesn't know
Maybe
how
it's
to react to this,
starting
Erendis.
to creep in
Yeah.
there a little bit, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like, I don't know what to do with when you're not, like, happy to see me. Why aren't you happy to see me? Everyone loves me. I don't
Yeah.
understand. Maybe don't leave next time, then. Erendis, I can't. Part of me is like, this is a Jane Austen, a Jane Bennett, where she just is like a genuinely nice person and just like doesn't is like being selfless to a fault. But also part of me like wants to hear this in like a sarcastic tone as well. Um, because Arendis
Yeah.
says, quote, sit, my lord, and first tell me of all your deeds. Much must you have seen and done in these long years.
Yeah, I don't know if she's being sarcastic or if she's just, like, tired of it all, you know? Like, "Okay, just
Yeah.
tell me about it.
Like,
Just tell me about your
yeah.
adventures."
Yeah. So Aldarion starts telling her haltingly, which I kind of love, and she just sits there quietly listening as he tells her of his struggles and how they were delayed in coming back. And Arendis says, quote, I thank the Valar by whose grace you have returned at last, but I thank them also that I did not come with you, for I should have withered sooner than any green bough.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, like, did she consider it then, or is she just trying to make a point? Like, good
Yeah.
thing I didn't go. I was close to going. But now that I heard that, then yeah, definitely glad I didn't go.
She's like, "Mm, it's kind of like it was a sign or something."
Yeah. Aldarion does show a bit of humility and possibly remorse as he says, quote, your green bough did not go into the bitter cold by will, but dismiss me now, if you will, and I think that men will not blame you. Yet dare I not to hope that your love will prove stronger to endure even than fair Oyalire?
Oh, he is asking too much. He
He's
is
got a way of saying things sometimes, though. Like, for such a jerk face, he does put on some good lines. Like,
yeah, he's pretty
I didn't
smooth.
mean to go into the cold, but I understand if you want to break up, I get it. But I is it too much to hope that your love is stronger than this fair plant that died in the cold? Is it?
Blink, blink with his big eyes. Blink,
Yeah.
blink, blink.
Let me kiss your eyes again and see what happens. But like, yeah, what do you even say to that? Like, well, Okay, bye. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad you gave me an
That's
answer.
nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Arendis is not a sucker, I will say, but she's got a soft spot for this guy. Quote, "So it does prove indeed. It is not yet chilled to the death, Aldarion. Alas, how can I dismiss you when I look on you again, returning as fair as the sun after winter?"
Oh my gosh. Girl,
Like
have some
I would think
self-respect.
about it, but now that I see you, I forgot how beautiful you are. So,
With your
Aldarion with
frostbite and your
I
liver.
know. Aldarion, again with the excellent line here, says, quote, "Then let spring and summer now begin."
Wow.
I know.
Well, that probably
And
worked
then
on her.
and Arendis replies, quote, "And let not winter return."
Okay, I
They
guess.
reunited. They still want to fight for this
Okay.
relationship, despite the
Okay.
fact that winter does in fact return. It's kind of how the sun cycle works around the earth. But you know what? I get the metaphor. I like it, but I do think it is
Yeah.
doomed.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
Doomed.
see this yeah, I can't see this one, working out.
Yeah. So with this like hopeful yet, Titanic icebergs are coming, I'm sure. Ending, we are going to stop here.
Oh my gosh. Can I say, how many episodes of this have we gone through where he's like, "Goodbye, Erendis. I'm gonna be gone." And then she comes back he comes back, it's like, "I'm back." It's like, "Okay, I love you again. Oh, I gotta go back
Yeah.
again. Oh, no." And then, "I'm
Yeah.
back. Oh, I love you again." It's like, "Okay, wrap it up
Uh-huh.
here. What's
Yeah.
gonna happen?"
Mhm. Yeah.
But
So, yeah, I do feel like a bit of a broken record, I'm not gonna lie, but, I'm just
no,
trying
they're a
to
bit of a
paint a
broken record.
picture.
I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. They are the ones that are a broken record.
Like, could I have
Get it
summarized this, like,
together.
see page 4 to repeat again what just happened? Like
It's like the choose your own adventure where you have to just keep going back to the beginning, and you're like, "Oh,
Yes.
can I do it differently this
Yes.
time? Nope. Okay. Oh,
Nope.
I gotta go back to the
Yeah.
beginning? Oh."
Mhm.
I this is just me and my personality that I'm like, I have like, if I were looking at it in percentages, have, like, a 15% understanding of his love and passion of wanting to do something. I've had times in my life where I'm like, "I just really wanna do this thing, and I wanna get it done, and I wanna try it, and blah, blah, blah." But I also am aware of the people who love me and who are around me and are like, "Hey, can you not, like, ignore us or avoid us while you're doing this thing?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." So, like I said, I've got, like, a 15% understanding of him, of his, like, passion for his hobbies. Maybe it's even I think it's past hobby status,
Yeah,
but
that's why I'm like, addiction is getting real in my brain
yeah.
about this.
But, the other 85% is like, "Oh, but you are going about it the wrong way, my dude." And
Yeah.
then with Erendis, I'm like, "Girl, have some self-respect." Like, you cannot just keep waiting for somebody, like, there are
I can
probably
fix
amazing
him.
other boys, men on that island. You could probably
Yeah.
find someone who would love you so much.
Yeah. And who would also love the sheep and the trees. There's gotta be more than, yeah, if you thought this had a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to this broken record of a love story that we have going here. If you are enjoying this podcast, please give us a rating or a review. It really helps. I'm switching it up, Abby. Um, if
Whoa.
you want to contribute to our podcast endeavors and want to help pay for the costs, because it does cost money to have a podcast, unfortunately, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/Sisters of the Shire podcast. Thank you to our existing patrons, Dan, Kevin, Victoria, Avery, and Ryan. You guys are awesome. We really appreciate you contributing. Really helps us out. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Sisters of the Shire podcast. And
Yeah.
don't forget to get Caitlin Fascista's new book. It's out. It's out, people. It's out.
Did you get yours in the mail? Because I did.
Not yet. You got yours already? I'm so jealous.
Oh, yeah.
I did a pre-order and everything. I'm so offended.
I pre-ordered too. I already got it.
Rude. Okay, well, Into the Heart of Middle Earth. Oh, it's arriving Thursday. You can get it on Amazon, on Barnes & Noble, pretty much anywhere you can buy a book. And please be sure, if you do get it, to give her a review or rating. That really helps spread the word. If you want to take a picture of your little book and say, I read it or I got it, I'm so excited.
Tag her on Instagram.
I'm sure she would appreciate it. And don't forget to suggest it as a title to the library. That is her one dream in life. And if I can help her achieve that dream, I will.
I'm going to try to get it in my library as well. So,
yeah.
See how it goes.
It's easier than you'd think. I was actually surprised.
Yeah, I have to figure it out. I have to talk to them about it.
If you're on Libby, which is like the audiobook and like ebook thing app, it's actually like very simple. You just like search for the book, and then he's like, don't see your title, suggest it. It's very, very intuitive. That's all I got for you today, Abby.
We don't have any more news or anything?
No, they've all like stood their ground. I know.
Okay, no one's duking it out there.
Nope.
In the world. Okay.
So I expect a bloody massacre next week, you guys. There's not enough Aldarion and Erendis art out there, for the record. I want more. I want more Erendis. I don't care about Aldarion. He can just be like a stick figure and she looks all beautiful.
It's like pasted like really badly on Photoshop, just like a picture of a stick figure. Like,
yes.
Not an important person.
Yes. The ugly one!
The ugly one! No, he would be the selfish one.
Yes.
Thank you for teaching me today.
You're welcome. Until next time, I've been Ashley.
And I've been Abby, and this has been the Sisters of the Shire podcast, and we hope that you had... we're so glad you joined us today, and we hope you could join us next time. I got it this time. Sorry. I did it. I got it. I did it. Got it in one.
I threw you off with my like different order thing.
Yeah. Got it in one.
Got it in one. First try.
Or as... Yeah, I was going to say like a Batman. First try.
First try.
Okay. Well. Bye!
Hope you join us next time. Bye!
Bye!
Thank you for teaching me a day.
Yay!